Welcome to my playthrough of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild. There's plenty of shrines, secrets, and memories to unlock, so sit back and relax. Thanks for tuning in. Picking up right where we left off in Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, we continue our journey on the very beginning area, the Great Plateau. My name is BrianSaviano, aka Bricks O'Brien, and there is another little shrine over here that will maybe give us a new ability. Maybe it won't. I can't guarantee anything, but considering I played the game for over 100 hours before, you can take my word for it as much as you want to. So, as you may have seen before, well, you probably did because you watched the last episode, but there were multiple chests with the EX on it. I mentioned that was a part of the expansion pass, and actually, a good amount of the content that's a part of the expansion pass is actually kind of hidden around here. So it's going to be interesting to find some of that stuff that's kind of maybe not overpowered, but stuff you're not necessarily supposed to get, at least immediately here. There's supposed to be a little guardian over here. He is actually right over there. Huh. I guess he didn't find us. Okay. I think he's right there. One of those guardians is still technically active. We're at the Jabaj shrine. If you ask me the actual way how to pronounce any of these shrines, I wouldn't be able to tell you, and probably most of the people who have ever played this game would not be able to tell you either. So if I mess up any of the pronunciations, I challenge you to either teach me or learn yourself, because it's probably some ancient Hyrulean language that they invented for the purpose of this game. So, what I love about this game is that you only get 4 abilities the entire game. You get Magnesis, Stasis, and the bombs. That's it. You just use those the entire game. You get a photo mode eventually. You get a motorcycle for the DLC. But you just get those abilities, and that's it. And technically 2 of them are the bomb. So you get 4 abilities. 2 of them are a bomb, both square and circular. So the bombs are used to destroy things. Obviously, you may say, Brian, these are perfect for destroying enemies and not using up any ammo or resources. Well, you would be wrong, because these don't do any damage at all. Practically no damage. Not worth it at all, I should say. We're going to go over, actually, grab this stuff too. Eventually, you will be able to make it so they recharge even faster. So, you know, everything is upgradable to an extent and able to be worked upon. So keep that in mind. We're still using this woodcutter axe over here. Not loving that, but, you know, it'll run out eventually. So, let's see. We'll toss it over there. Explode it. There we go. And wow, that actually worked the first time through. Cool. You're supposed to let it roll and travel over to there, but nope, we kind of broke it. And you can really appreciate once you watch somebody do a speed run of this game, how well people like really finagle their way to getting through these shrines without doing it the proper way. We're actually going to go over here and grab whatever is inside of here. People really go all out crazy with, actually, we can just hop right onto here and grab it this way, I believe. And it shows you the mechanics of how things work. So the ball / the bomb would be able to travel onto these platforms in that way. And I could actually grab that, I believe, if I used Magnesis on... No, I can't. I can't use Magnesis on that particular thing there. But... yeah, that's basically how the mechanics of that work. You can press L to ignite the bomb, which that will come in handy. And I mean, everything will come in handy because you only learn those 3 types of moves for the entire game. That is it. You don't learn anything else really ever. So you learn different ways on how to use them, which is great, but you don't actually learn any new abilities. So before there was, like, you know, the hook shot, and you had different types of arrows, which in this game you do too, but I feel like in previous Legend of Zelda games you had all these different types of abilities that you got but now it's just the main 3, and they really test your knowledge on how to use those 3 different runes that you get to the best of your abilities and in really creative ways, especially when we get to the DLC portions of the game. So these guys here are going to be obnoxious, and bye-bye. So the thing with these guys that are the skeleton boys, they are one-shot destruction here. Just do that. As long as you hit their head. So as long as you hit their head, they will be gone. And they have 1 health per piece, and they're kind of annoying because they keep coming back and back and back and back. So, nope, I meant to throw it. There we go. Nice. And if we go over here, this guardian boy should be alive, or one of them should be alive. Yep, there he is. So this is a guardian, in case you may not know. Guardians are the ancient evil robot creatures that have been summoned by Ganon or employed by Ganon in a way to, to destroy whoever opposes it in Hyrule. So in this case, it is Link, but I'm actually gonna... Oh, really? Okay, sure. Get him out of here. In this case, I'm just gonna leave, because in order for me to defeat that Guardian would take a lot more resources than the reward would be worth. And these guys are annoying too. And my sword broke. Cool. So I'm going to equip a tree branch, because why not? And it's already badly damaged. Awesome. So, yeah, this game also is really about resource management, and I'm just trying to get a better point of view around here. So, yeah, we just have 2 more of those shrines to go, where we will gain, only one of them we will gain a new ability. Yeah, I definitely have the melee and the jump, or the run and the weapon swinging switched in my last playthrough. And you can see enemies on the map over there who kind of spot you, but we run a little bit too fast. Oh, I have to sneeze really badly. Hold on. Okay, cool. Sneeze has been completed. And it can be kind of obnoxious to have it appear on a video. So I'm like, you know what? I'll just edit out my sneezing, because I'm sure that doesn't make for quality content. Ooh, they're sleeping. Ooh, should we wake them up with a bomb? I think so. Bye-bye. Oh, geez, he was still... he never got a chance to really wake up. Oh, no. And that totally destroyed that. Let's see here. I will use this. And that destroyed him pretty easily. Cool. So, you may notice... okay, cool. I was going to say, you may notice, but actually, it worked out in our favor. There's a beehive that is right over there. What you can do is aim your weapon at a beehive. That actually makes it so whatever enemy is closest to the beehive will be infected with the bees. Very much so in Nicolas Cage style, yes, the bees would happen. We will have that be a thing later. Not right now, because I don't want to deal with bees, and bees are extremely not gross, but I just don't want to deal with it. Alright, so we have a ton of apples already, but we might as well grab more. Just by hopping up on the side of a tree. And that totally does it right there. That is a gem or mushroom of some kind. And that did not work at all. Okay, actually, nope. It got tossed off of there. Where'd it go? Oh, there it is. Cool. So that's a rushroom. Making an elixir out of that, which you make by cooking, will allow you to go even faster in the game. So I'll be doing that eventually. And here we stumble across the most important section. Stamella helps with stamina recovery. Most important area of the game. Where I messed up, or area of this Great Plateau. I messed up beforehand, okay? go into here. You see these peppers here? Spicy peppers? Don't eat them. Don't eat them. Do not eat them. Do not eat them. Please do not eat them. You're going to want to grab all of them, as many as you can over here. And, yeah, we'll actually come back when it is not nighttime and when the old man is wide awake here. So, we have a little enemy camp over here. One of them is keeping a lookout, but however, I'm going to go for the snipe. And, nope, don't let him. Nope, and one more. There we go, nice. So now, all of his buddies did not wake up. So we can actually sneak up on them. And what we can do is a couple things. We can crouch down here, which helps us keep our cover, and they will not actually wake up at all. And it is almost kind of going to be daytime again. It is 3:15 in the morning. Not in real life, just in the in-game time. So we can do a couple things. We can bomb them here. We can take away all of their weapons. That way they can't attack us, but they'll still find ways to attack us. Oh, never mind. We're just going to do it that way then. Cool. Excuse me. Nope. Nope. There we go. There's that. There we go. And then one more time. And wow, that actually worked out incredibly well. Awesome. We'll grab that. And then we're waiting for the old man to actually wake up. And I don't want to disturb him from his probably well-deserved beauty sleep. So I'm going to go over here. Ooh, that's a mushroom over there. And that is a chesto chest. What is that? Is that honey? Really? That is a coarser bee honey. Huh. I don't think I remember finding that. Well, I definitely didn't find that there the first time, but I don't remember actually finding that. Ooh, the bomb arrows. Cool. You get different types of arrows in the game. Obviously, bomb arrows are one of them. Bomb arrows can be used to blow up enemies if you couldn't put two and two together. That is exactly what they do. And you're not going to want to go down there because that is what I'd like to call death. And death is not your friend. Let's see here. I'm just going to... Nope, I messed up. I messed up. I messed up. Okay. Oh, I died. Okay, great. So, where is it going to pick me up? Is it going to pick me up right from where we were? No, it won't pick me up in the same, like, that area right there after defeating the bokoblins, but I don't know. Luckily, the game auto-saves, and it doesn't leave you too totally behind. You'll have yeah, okay, cool. So we're right here. Not bad. Not bad. All right, I am really rusty on these controls, guys. Wow. All right. Oh, so we already looted that area, and... Oh, okay. Cool. So it's almost like nothing really happened. Nice. Sometimes you get lucky like that, sometimes you don't. So don't take it too much for granted here. I'm going to use this, and then I'm going to use... ooh, we have now actual weapons, but I'm going to use this arm first. Just break that. So the thing is, you get weapons in the game, but eventually they all break. There's only one weapon in the game that doesn't break, but obviously we'll get to that much later in the game. But every other weapon breaks, so you need to make sure that you have good weapons on you at all times, and you are managing your resources properly. So, I believe there's 3 types of weapons. There's one-handed weapons like the Traveler's Sword. You have a weapon like a spear that acts more as a throwable weapon. And you also have, what's it called? Like a claymore. The claymore is like a big 2-handed weapon like the axe here. So those 3 types are the main 3. And I personally like the one-handed weapons because they last a whole lot longer. And they're much quicker on the attack, you know? You're not just having, you know, like these weapons right here. You attack a lot quicker. And the 2-handed ones, although they're more effective, they just don't, they don't do it for me. They're too slow. They're a little bit too slow. So let's see over here. We need to get to the top. Ooh, actually, is this going to be helpful? Probably. Maybe. That is, well, that didn't do anything yet. So let's see here. Nope. Here we go. Toss and bada boom. What are you? Ooh, it's a chest. Go figure, right? The world be full of secrets here. Fire arrows. Cool. Fire arrows are going to be extremely helpful for us on our journey as well. Alright, so the best course of action here, I believe, is to just go up this way. We have to do a lot of climbing, so get ready, ladies and gentlemen. It's going to be a whole bit full of climbing here. This is really going to be a test of your stamina management, so make sure you can jump up in the same way that you can dash while you're swimming, but climbing is even more important to make sure that you manage everything properly. If you use your stamina like this and only move up inch by inch, you will go a lot farther. If you jump, yeah, you're going to run out of stamina a lot quicker, so keep that in mind. I only use the sprint, or the leap, I should say, when I know for a fact I'm going to make it to the top. So right there, I knew I was going to make it. I did. So actually, I should let go here, refill to the top. There we go. And now if we get to a section, let's go over here. I'll show you, for example. So like right here, like we're going to be about to run out of stamina. Like, if you get closer and closer and closer, we're not going to make it. But you can do one last leap of faith. And if you lose it, you lose it. And we died. Great. So I'm going to get to the top of where we need to go. Just skip all that section there. That final leap up by where my head is right here, that's going to be a big one. But, you know, it is what it is. All right. Jump. Okay. So I did end up switching the buttons because I am 99% sure that is exactly what I did last time. So you're not supposed to have any more than the main bar right there full of stamina. And it really is not that much at all. It's very, very small in its amount when you're climbing something like this. Like, I didn't jump up at all right there. And now, like, it took me that long to get to the very top of the DAIM shrine. So now we'll enter into the inside of here and do the thing and the thing and the yeah. So, still need tutorial-y type part, but like it's good to reacquaint myself with the fundamentals of what Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild is, because it's hopefully going to be a formula that gets used over and over again in the series in general, because I really love this game and how different it is compared to the other Legend of Zeldas. And they announced a high definition, but like rebuilding of Link's Awakening on the Nintendo Switch that'll be coming out in probably December, probably around when Super Smash Bros. Came out, because Pokemon is supposed to be coming out in November, and then Link's Awakening is scheduled for 2019. So right here, this is to stop time, Back to the Future DeLorean style. Yeah, so you can basically stop time just like that. This is going to come in handy for later in the game when dealing with enemies, believe it or not. But that is a kind of semi-spoiler-ish type thing, maybe. Wow, that actually worked out. Okay, cool. I guess it wasn't going to spawn on top of me there, but that typically would absolutely kill you. It would 100% kill you. So let's see if it actually drops there. I think... yeah, so long as I... ooh, okay, never mind. I'm like, as long as I'm looking at it, it won't actually do anything, but clearly it just did. So let's see here. We have a... ooh! That is a iron sledgehammer, a very powerful weapon that comes in handy with what I was trying to show you earlier, which is this thing here. So if we switch to this, we can actually change the direction of this thing, and of which it launches. Press L again onto it to let it go, and it'll just fly forward there. Very helpful for moving things and potentially killing me unless it falls off the cliff. So there you go. Eventually, when we do upgrade the stasis ability, that will be able to stop enemies in their tracks, except for, I believe, like anything super big, it doesn't really work, but everything else, it does, so that's good. I kind of low-key want to teleport back to the shrine we were at before, just so I don't have to climb back down that mountain, but I feel like I'm going to need to do that anyways, so basically what I failed to do before, I needed to go and get a piece of, what's it called? Food for a formula that I need to get an item that is required of me. So that is a very fancy way of saying I messed up and I gotta go back. But, let me see. You know what, actually? I don't think I maybe need to do that. Let me see here. Let me see if I can use my amazing abilities here to figure out the future of what I need to do here. So, let me see. So if I have this, right, and I go here. So if you go too high in altitude, you will be freezing cold, and you will not be able to survive. So if I drop this, nope, that's not what I wanted to do. Yeah, you won't be able to survive. So let's see here. I'm trying to light this torch via exploding it. Or I could have just done that. Where did the torch go? Excuse me? Where'd it go? Did it just explode into infinity? Excuse me? Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. No, 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 no. Hold on, wait. Okay. So what I'm going to do is light the torch on fire, eat a ton of these apples, okay? I'm going to bring this torch. Nope. Torch. Torch. There we go. Bring the torch down here, light it on fire, and then I need to get to the very top of the tower. The very top of where I need to go. Excuse me. Actually, let's solve this problem kind of instantaneously here. I'm going to do this, and bye-bye. Wait, hold on. Bye-bye. There we go. Look, fire everywhere. Death. Cool. So let's see. Do that. Swipe it. There we go. So now, the fact that I have fire around me will keep me warm. Okay? So this game is full of things that are just like that. Of, you know, really... Oh, geez. No, 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 no. Things like that throughout the entire game. The things that work kind of realistically in that sense. I'm going to avoid these guys, and they're going to try to destroy me. And how do I get to the top of where I need to go? I need to go up that way. Okay, cool. So as long as I keep moving, I'll pretty much be good, because they can't attack me because they're kind of dumb. So what you're supposed to do, keyword supposed to do, oh boy, that was not going to be good. What you're supposed to do is get a tunic by combining the Hyrule Bass with the chili peppers. However, you get a tunic. Well, you craft that by cooking it, give that to the guy who is missing it as a recipe. Then he gives you a tunic that will help you survive the cold, and you'll leave here and you'll be good. However, what I also love about this game is that there's like 3 different ways to solve every problem. Now, this is one of the ways to solve a problem. And what I did the first time, or what I did the second time, was I did that tunic method, and I told you in the video. But the very first time I did it, I tried to go all the way to the very top of this area without having a torch on me, because I didn't know any better. And I tried to light the Bokoblin Club over and over and over again using fire, but it didn't work, because if you try to light something that is wooden on fire, it'll eventually burn up in your hands. And as much as that will help you in the short term to get up in the mountain, everything's going to keep burning eventually. And you may get to the very top, but the torch will not burn in your hand. It is designed to not do that. So as long as we get to the very top up here, to the shrine that we need to get to, we are pretty much going to be good. We have managed to avoid every single one of the enemies and not pay it any mind. So you can see kind of down below there, there's a meter that shows off how warm you are. So if it dips anywhere into that frigid cold, you will lose health. If it dips too high into the heat, then you will also lose health. There's various items to help you stay warm and stay cold. But you'll get to that, we'll get to that much later in the playthrough. But for now, we are in a perfect temperature to climb to the top of this very mountain here. And there is the old man. Hello. I enjoy gazing out in the world, breathtaking view. Oh, wait. Actually, there's a scope on your Sheikah slate. Stick a pin anywhere on the map. Cool. So from here, you can do whatever. And you can really see a lot of the map, not the entire map, but most of the map, and it kind of just takes you as far as the eye can see. I'm trying to see if I can find... Please take this warm doublet. Okay, cool. So that has warm resistance. There we go. So you either earn that by solving that cooking recipe, or he just gives that to you right there. Now we don't need the torch. Wonderful. If I search this, what does that do? Oh, it's an opal. Cool. Where is that shrine, by the way? There's another shrine. There it is over there. Cool. So we kind of went the right way. Kind of, sort of, not really. Cool. So this over here is a fun little thing that happens a ton of times in the game. So you may see circles and random anomalies like this. You're like, Brian, what is this? What is the meaning of this preposterous nonsense? Well, if we go and grab this rock over here, and actually I've been waiting almost a year to show you this. I've been waiting almost a year. We'll get to that in a little while there. We go over here. We have these little buddies here. Yeah, you found me. It's a Korok. Huh? You're not Hestu, but you can see me? I didn't know your kind could see the children of the forest. Well, if you run into Hestu, please return this to him. It's a Korok seed. So, there are hundreds of them in the game. Hundreds of these little puzzles scattered all throughout Hyrule. Everywhere. Literally everywhere. And there are multiple guides on how to get all of them and where they all are. We're not getting all of them. Absolutely not. Ain't nobody got time for that. I got way more things to do with my life, like sleeping, that I am not engaging in doing that. And my friend Matt is very, very much so a completionist of a lot of things in life. And when he gets focused on a video game, he hones in and just really focuses on a game. And he is like, no, Korok seeds, no, I'm not doing it. So even he is like, yep, that's a big fat no for me, man. So we could deal with these guys over here, or we could just walk by them. I guess we'll deal with them. Why not? We have our oh boy. Yeah, we have our oh boy. We have our sword at the ready here, trying to swipe me. Swipe or no swiping, I'm going to take your seared steak and walk away, baby. That's how that's done. So yeah, not much good stuff over there for us. But now we have our final shrine of the Great Plateau, and now we can hopefully get ourselves our glider after the NAMUT shrine, which I don't believe this one is a new ability because we already have our abilities. So maybe this could combine all three, or maybe it won't. I don't know. I thought you could complete each of these shrines without having to do them in a specific order, so I'm assuming this one isn't a combine all three sort of deal. Oh, CRYONIS. Oh, there is a fourth ability. CRYONIS. How could I be so totally unaware of my own lack of knowledge? That made no sense. That was not a coherent sentence. But basically, CRYONIS allows you to create these ice pillars in water and other liquid. But we'll get to that other liquid, whatever that means, in a little while. But yeah, CRYONIS will help us, travel across water, lift up gates, block enemy attacks. Really interesting stuff. So if we go over here, you can see where the pillar is going to appear on the water, and boom, there you go. So we just jump over here, jump over there, boom, there you go. So that'll happen a lot throughout the game, and if we put that right here, for example, bada bang, bada boom, it'll lift up that gate. And then if we put this right here, we can lift him on top of there, or he can avoid it actually, but it can also block attacks. Fun fact for you. Don't get too close to that. I think that can actually kill you, the explosion right there. Ancient stuff is always good. Let's see. Anything special around here? Probably stuff that I'm missing, indeed. I believe we can place 2 at one time as a maximum. Let's see here. So there's 1. And, oh no, it's only... Nope, it is 2 at a time. It might be 3, but they don't wear off at all. They just appear and then disappear. So, let's see. I'm not seeing anything too crazy. Oh, yeah, right there. Duh. All right. Yeah, we'll, oh, there's 3. Okay. So how about this? We do that right there. There we go. All right, so 3 is the maximum. So if you're traveling across a plane and you want to be able to come back, make sure you don't destroy, or rather use more than 3. Inventory is full. We don't really need that item anyways. Not too crazy important, I would say. But like items like opals and sapphire, you know, all that sort of stuff, you will not need to make room for those. Those will always be in your inventory until you sell them or you get rid of them by whatever means. You just keep accumulating them, and yeah, you know. So there you go. We are going to go away from here after getting this weird spirit orb from that weird looking, really crusty looking, just Sheikah person. And every time you leave a shrine, or rather complete a shrine, you will get your health restored 100%. So that's a little fun fact for you as well. So now that we have all 4 done, we need to go to the Temple of Time again. Well, we never went there the first time, but we need to go to the Temple of Time and cash these bad boys in for either a health heart, half of a health heart, or a bit of stamina. And can you assume what I'm going to go for? I think you can. Can I have the glider? Please? Maybe. Spirit orbs from the shrine. Oh, extraordinary. It's time for me to tell you everything, but first, you must meet me at the temple. Imagine an X on your map with the 4 shrines as the endpoints. Find the spot where the lines intersect. It's the Temple of Time. I'm going to go back there. So, he's turning into a spirit of green ooze and flames. Okay, cool. You know what? That makes total sense. All right, so if you look at the map, over here. Oh, by the way, this is the entire map right here. It is absolutely ridiculously massive. Where the 4 points intersect, it's boom right there. So we're going to go back down that way. Is there going to be anything interesting that I can showcase? Maybe. Maybe not. This is a really cool area that just showcases a little bit of everything, too. I really like it. Because I'm tempted to just teleport or just edit until I get back over there. But you know what? Yeah, I'm going to do that. So we'll go to the Temple of Time right now. So just so you know, if you're going through the game and you want to actually figure out where you need to get the warm doublet before you actually go up there. Oh, there's the Korok seed. I forgot. You need to get a Hyrule Bass, which is located inside of here. Now, how do you manage to go about doing that? Well, you can see the Hyrule Bass right there. You just go up to them, and let me see, dash with X, and you grab them just by tapping A. So if you get anywhere remotely close to them, they will try to shoo away. But if you approach them like that and you dash toward them, that gives you enough time to intercept them and just grab them right out of the lake. There is no fishing rod, but there's other ways to get fish out of the water, but we'll get to that in a little while. Also, there's all sorts of crazy techniques to go about doing the same thing, like I showed you before. So, if you cook the spicy pepper with the sea bass, then yeah, that's how you do that, and you will get the formula you need to create the Powerpuff Girls and get the warm doublet. Sugar, spice, hot peppers, and everything nice. Those powers combined. Excuse me. Thank you. I'm going to not grab that, actually. So this is the Temple of Time, which if you are a Legend of Zelda fan, you'll know what it is. And if you're not, then it has no meaning. So for me, it has no meaning at all. But I know a lot of people like Matt is a big Zelda fan, and he saw this, and he's like, oh, no, it's all destroyed. And I'm like, oh, I don't know. So, you know, just goes to show you the difference of perspective with 2 different people playing the same game there. So if you go up to one of these statues here, that is how you redeem your spirit orbs. In this case, it's a statue right at the Temple of Time. Gotta pray. Put the hands together and pray for stamina. That is exactly what we're going for. I am absolutely, yes, stamina vessel, 100,000%. Now, if you decide, hey, I made a mistake and I want to change that, well, there is a way to change it, but that you don't get that for a little while. So make sure you make your decision very carefully. Stamina vessel goes up by 1/4 of a container there, or a fourth of a whole wheel there. And what I like to do is to do a bunch of the shrines at one time and cash them all in at once, just so it makes a much bigger difference. But I don't know if I'll actually end up doing that, but I would like to, just to make it seem like, oh, now I have unlocked a ton more stamina. Because if you do it little by little, then it's not as impactful. And you may say, Brian, was this ladder here before that cutscene actually happened? No, it was not. So there is no way to, like, bypass that and try to get up here without doing all that. Yeah, no way to do that otherwise. And you may also say, hey, what is Link grabbing onto? Does he have these special hands that he grabs stuff? Nope. It's just how the game works. Link can grab onto almost anything. But enough of that. There's a little bit of talking we gotta do. Or the old man has to do, I should say. So since there's no audio for this entire episode, I'm going to narrate what King Rome has to say. So get ready for that.
Well done there, young one. Now then, the time has come to show you who I truly am.
This is gonna be bad.
I was King Rome Bosfarmus Hyrule. I was the last leader of Hyrule, a kingdom which no longer exists.
King Rome, the last king of Hyrule.
The great calamity was merciless. It devastated everything in its path, a century ago. It was then that my life was taken away from me. And since that time here, I have remained in spirit form. I did not think it was wise to overwhelm you while your memory was still fragile. So rather than that, I thought it best to assume a temporary form. Forgive me.
Forgiven.
I think you are now ready. Ready to hear what happened 100 years ago.
And it's like I'm talking, but I'm not.
To know Calamity Ganon's true form, one must know the story from an age long past. The Demon King was born into this kingdom, but his transformation into malice created the horror you see now. Stories of Ganon were passed from generation to generation in the form of legends and fairy tales. But there was also a prophecy. The signs of a resurrection of Calamity Ganon are clear, and the power to oppose its lies dormant beneath the ground. We decided to head the prophecy and began excavating large areas of land. It wasn't long before we discovered several ancient relics made by the hands of our distant ancestors. These relics, a divine beast, were giant machines piloted by warriors. I was gonna say everything's shaking. Everything's shaking. We also found the Guardians as an army of mechanical soldiers who fought This coincided with ancient legends, often repeated throughout our land. I'm botching this really hard. I'm sorry. We also learned of a princess with a sacred power and her appointed knight, chosen by the sword that seals the darkness. The Master Sword! It was they who sealed Ganon away using the power of meowing it out. 100 years ago, there was a princess set to inherit a sacred power and a skilled knight at her side. Shovel Knight. It was clear that we must follow our ancestors' path. Is it though? We selected 4 individuals from across Hyrule and tasked them with the duty of piloting the divine beasts. Blossom, Bubbles, Buttercup. With the princess at their command, we dubbed these pilots champions, a name that would solidify their unique bond. The princess, her appointed knight, and the rest of the champions were on the brink of sealing away Ganon. But nay. Watch me whip, whip. Ganon was cunning, and he was responded with a plan beyond our imagining. That's the plan right there.
That's what he sounds like in the actual game. He appeared from deep below Hyrule Castle, seized control of the Guardians and the Divine Beasts, and turned them against us. The champions lost their lives, those residing in the castle as well. Ah. The appointed knight, gravely wounded, collapsed while defending the princess. That's me. And thus, the kingdom of Hyrule was devastated absolutely by Calamity Ganon. However, the princess survived. How? To face Ganon alone. How? That seems a little unrealistic. Link! You are... Oh, no, that's still Rome. You are our final hope. The fate of Hyrule rests with you! No, that was Zelda saying that. Our fate of Hyrule rests with you. I'm making this very emotional moment. Not very emotional, I'm sorry. That princess was my own daughter. My dear Zelda. And the courageous knight who protected her right up to the very end? That knight was none other than you! Soldier boy, tell. No. You fought valiantly when your fate took an unfortunate turn. And then you were taken to the Shrine of Resurrection. Here you now stand revitalized 100 years later. The words of guidance you have been hearing since your awakening are from Princess Zelda herself. Even now, as she works to restrain Ganon from within Hyrule, she calls out for your help. However, my daughter's power will soon be exhausted. Once that happens, Ganon will freely regenerate himself and nothing will stop him from consuming our land. Considering that I could not save my own kingdom, I have no right to ask this of you, Link. Clench his fist. But I am powerless here. You must save her, my daughter. And do whatever it takes to annihilate Thanos. I mean Ganon. Ganon. Somehow Ganon has maintained control over all 4 divine beasts, as well as those guardians swarming around Hyrule Castle. I believe it would be quite reckless for you to head directly to the castle at this point. But you live your life and do what you want. I suggest you make your way east out toward one of the villages in the wilderness. Follow the road to Kakariko Village. There you will find the elder, Impa. She will tell you more about the path that lies ahead. Consult the map on your Sheikah slate for the precious location of Kakariko Village. That said precise, not precious. Make your way past the twin summits of the dueling peaks. From there, follow the road as it proceeds north. So, we are going to rescue Princess Zelda. But obviously, all my friends are dead. All my friends are dead. They're all dead. Everyone's dead. Literally everyone's dead. The paraglider is ours to use freely throughout the entire world of Hyrule. The kingdom of Hyrule. With that, you should be able to safely fly off the cliffs surrounding this area. You 100% can, and that's it. I've told you everything I can. Link, you must save Hyrule. And there he goes off into infinity and beyond. So your main quest is to destroy Ganon, and you may say, Brian, is that going to be there forever? Yep, that is literally it. And what you can literally do is go right to Ganon right now. You could absolutely go right to Hyrule Castle and defeat him, or try to. It is incredibly tough, and that's a big pile of no. However, we're going to go after the 4 divine beasts, free all of them, and make our way over to Kakariko Village. In the meantime, I want to thank you guys and girls for listening, watching, and tuning in to this new beginning of Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild on the Nintendo Switch. I'll see you again next time for more paragliding action with Link as we free all these evil people, or all the good people of the evil stuff. See you later. Bye.